Riebeck!
Ah,
I talked to a living Nomai!
what? That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. I'm very excited for you, though, but please stop yelling.
Sorry, Riebeck, it's just... I was exploring the quantum moon while it was orbiting the eye of the universe. Gosh, that's a whole nother story. And suddenly there was a Nomai standing there. Honestly, I'm not sure I fully understand either. She said something about feeling like she's not entirely alive. Yeah, it must be something quantum. And unfortunately, our conversation was a bit limited since only one of us had a translator.
What? On the quantum moon, you said? There's a sort of living Nomai? On the quantum moon? Well, why didn't you say so? Oh, wow. Wow. This is the best thing that's ever happened in the history of Outer Wilds Ventures. I can't believe you talked to an actual Nomai.
I know, right? I'm debating whether to go back. Or I could give you instructions for getting there. Let's see. You'll need to know about the quantum rules, navigating the moon's shifting environments, and you'll need to seal yourself inside of a Nomai shrine so that it's completely dark. It's not as bad as it sounds.
Right. Great. So, I just have to go back into space, fly to the quantum moon with zero visibility, find a spooky ruin, and travel through a few different types of dangerous terrain to get there? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not so bad. That's probably doable.
Yeah, maybe you'd be more interested in visiting the Sunless City. It's another Nomai city, but on Ep.20. And it's a little easier to get to, even though it's completely underground.
You mean there's another Nomai city inside of Ep.20? That's incredible. A whole city. And I had no idea it existed. This is great. How did they keep the sand out? If it were me, I'd be nervous about getting buried in the caves by that awful river of sand. Gosh, the Nomai sure were ingenious, building an entire settlement underground. The Sunless City. Wow. Well, that means there were two groups of Nomai. One that lived on Ep.20 and one that lived here on Brittle Hollow. But they must have traveled around the solar system since Nomai writing can be found on other planets too.
Yeah, I think you're right. But let me know if you want to go visit the Sunless City. I'd be happy to show you around. That does make me wonder, though. 2 settlements so far, but there were 3 escape pods. I think one of them ended up in Dark Bramble, if I remember correctly. Well, I guess I can't put it off any longer. Time to explore Dark Bramble. Okay, I can do this. I know a lot more about Dark Bramble and the anglerfish than I did on my first attempt. I just have to remember that the anglerfish are sensitive to sound, so I've got to stay as quiet as possible. If I can do that, well, there's 2 things I need to find here. Feldspar and the 3rd Nomai escape pod. As much as I want to learn the fate of that escape pod, Feldspar definitely takes priority. So, let's do it. Let's look for Feldspar. Last time an anglerfish attacked me almost immediately, so I'm going to stay very light on the engines. I'm hoping I'll see it and not get eaten by it this time, and then I'll try to find feldspar. Oh, is that it? Easy now. Oh geez, I'm gonna be moving right next to it. Fishing rhyme, singing helps me pass the time. Okay, I should probably start looking for feldspar. And something tells me I'm not going to be able to find them through smoke from their fire. So let's hope the signal scope works in here. Well, that's a good start. Let's see if I can make it to the signal before an anglerfish spots me. Unless that's not another anglerfish, is it? Oh, jeez. I better keep quiet until I get a better look at it. What is that? It's not an anglerfish. It looks the same as the entrance to Dark Bramble, but what is this an entrance to? Well, it's not an anglerfish, so I guess let's keep going. What? Why are there multiple signals now? These can't all be feldspar. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe this isn't actually them. That's what I get for putting feldspar's name on the signal before confirming it. Well, I've already come this far. Let's at least see what this one straight ahead leads to. This one looks different. And smaller. Too small. It kinda reminds me of that seed on Timberhearth. I think I heard feldspar's harmonica then, too. I hope that doesn't mean they're trapped somewhere that I'm not able to get to. Well, in any case, not giving up yet. Let's see if I can lock onto one of these other signals. There. Whoa, hey! That looks more promising. Yep, I think that should be big enough. Oh, good. Back to one signal. I hope this isn't just a lure to get me deeper and deeper into Dark Bramble. Anglerfish aren't smart enough to pull a deception like that, right? Ah! Anglerfish! Maybe? Huh. I'm not sure if this one is still alive. It's a skeleton. And a campsite. Where am I gonna land? I guess this is my best bet. Not ideal, but it'll do for now. Whoa, no gravity here apparently. Gotta move slow and carefully. Into the anglerfish's mouth. I didn't think I'd be saying that at the start of this trip. Oh, gravity crystal. Perfect. Feldspar, it's you!
Whoa, where'd you come from? No one's come here in, well, ever, actually. That makes you the second Hearthian to ever reach Dark Bramble. After me, of course. Well done. Say, it's you! They made you an astronaut, and you haven't blown yourself up yet? Good for you.
Yeah, well, not on this run at least. But, wow, all the other travelers were certain you were dead.
What? Me, killed off by thorny extra-dimensional plants that entirely violate the laws of space and time, and a couple of giant predatory fish with gaping maws and enormously sharp fangs? Not in this lifetime, little buddy. I set up camp here when my ship got stuck here in Dark Bramble. I've been living off the land ever since.
Got stuck? But aren't you the greatest pilot in Hearthian history?
You flatter me. I like it. I came to Dark Bramble for the excitement. I just finished exploring the core of Giant's Deep and needed a new challenge, and none of us had ever gone further than the Dark Bramble's ice fields, so I thought, hey, let's give that a try. I've been cruising around for a while, dodging the odd, massive, interdimensional vine bristling with thorns, when I run into this huge anglerfish, the biggest I'd ever seen. I pull a few stunts, try and shake the thing off, nothing too fancy. I'm going full speed when the fish clips me, knocks me into a vine, and, well, like I said, I crashed. Blammo! Right on impact, my ship starts making noises like it's coming apart from the inside, and I think, well, that ain't great. Sure enough, I barely make it out of there before the electrical system starts sparking like crazy. It's either move fast or die unpleasantly, so I had to put a little distance between me and my poor fried ship. I camped out near where I crashed at first. I found this skeleton later. Great find, would have been stupid not to use it. So I moved my setup over here and planted my emergency tree seeds. Been here ever since.
Wow. I can't believe you destroyed your ship.
Easy for you to say. Your ship probably has all kinds of fancy modifications and upgrades, like working retro boosters and non-flammable construction materials. Anyways, that's how it all went down, hatchling. Story's over, but feel free to stay and enjoy the fire a while. Or don't. Fire's not going anywhere.
It is a nice fire. Definitely the coziest part of Dark Bramble that I've seen so far. Speaking of which, where should I explore here?
That's the spirit. Anywhere's good, but you should know that space is weird here. Intensely. Ever try throwing your scout into one of these weird seeds? See there, with the little opening? It's just big enough to launch one through. Your scout tracker will tell you that your scout is in two places at once, but I don't think that's wrong exactly, because space doesn't work right in here. That seed looks small, see, but inside it's bigger. Much bigger. I've had a lot of time to think about this, and my theory is space and Dark Bramble kind of expands as you go through each sphere. That's why it's bigger inside those seeds. Well, that's my theory. Keep that in mind while you're exploring Dark Bramble, and maybe you won't get lost inside forever. Good luck!
Thanks. Sounds like I'll need it. But, that does sort of explain what I've seen here so far. Wait a minute. Did you mention that you've been to the core of Giant's Deep? How'd you do it?
Giant's Deep's core, huh? Haha, that was a wild one. But since you're asking, I gotta assume you haven't made it down there yourself yet, right? If I tell you how, it kind of feels like cheating. On a completely unrelated note, that sure was a big hollow vine my ship crashed into. Yep. If I were you, I'd go take a walk and see where it ends. You want to go to the tail end of this anglerfish skeleton here and look for a flickering light in the fog. That'll be my old ship. Path starts there.
Alright, well, sounds like a place to start exploring. Thanks, Feldspar. Oh, shouldn't I tell ground control to come get you?
Well, yeah, sure. Whenever you have the time. Frankly, I kinda like it out here. Quiet, peaceful-ish.
You like it? Here?
You're a little too young to understand, but it's a lot of pressure, being the best there ever was. It's been nice to have a break.
Well, alright. Let me know when you're ready to return home. Talk to you later, Feldspar. Such a cozy campsite, considering the location. Alright, let's see. Another one of those smaller seeds. But it's starting to seem like they're more dangerous than their size lets on. I think that's the flickering light over there. Oh wow, Feldspar wasn't kidding. It does look like quite the explosion happened here. Ooh, and that is one fried ship. Wow, yeah, Feldspar's ship is much more basic than mine. Yeah, it makes it even more impressive what they've been able to do with it. Right, so what was it Feldspar said? Some kind of path starts here? That way looks like a dead end, so... This way then? It's a little hard to navigate in here. Where does this go? Oh, huh. There's gravity, and the fog cleared up all of a sudden. Still doesn't really explain where I'm going, though. Huh? Is that ice? Oh, I appear to be on the outside of Dark Bramble. Ah! What? What is that? Wait, that's not what I think it is it? Oh, maybe this recording will have an explanation.
Trip 4? Entry number, I'm gonna say not 1. Crashes, 3. Boring crashes, 0. A personal best. Whoa. I never thought I would see one of these beasties outside of Giant's Deep. They were awfully useful back there. Maybe a jellyfish could be useful here too? This thing tastes terrible. The outside is all rubbery and tough. Maybe that's because it insulates the jellyfish's insides from getting zapped by electricity? Right. I'm gonna go inside of this jellyfish's interior cavity and see if what's in there tastes any better.
It is! It is a jellyfish from Giant's Deep's core. But how in Hearth's name did it end up here? In any case, I guess I can see why Feldspar wanted me to come out here and see this. Ah, right. Feldspar's recording said they were going to go inside the jellyfish's inside cavity. I guess I should do that too? This is weird. Is that a note? It says, "Note to Feldspar. Do not eat this, even if you are dying. It would be too sad if this were the last thing you ever ate in this life. I guess these jellyfish are only useful for insulation from electricity. Again, do not eat. Love, Feldspar. Okay, yeah, I mean, these jellyfish were all around Giant's Deep's core, so they'd have to be insulated in order to survive that. But Feldspar's wording is interesting. Only useful for? Does that mean there's a way in here in a living jellyfish? Oh gosh, if that's true, that changes everything. I'm gonna have to go back to Giant's Deep. First I'm gonna have to find my way back to Feldspar, though. Or not? That sounds like the supernova. Alright, might as well hang out here then. I guess you're gonna be my supernova buddy, jellyfish. Hopefully I've come to the conclusion that Feldspar wanted me to. If not, they'll probably have a good laugh at me when I tell them what happened. Only one way to find out.